Korg Volca bass. Korg Volca keys. Now, I have to give a shout out to See Me Go Nuts, CEMEGONUTS, commented on one of my videos, and his comment was, I still think the Volca bass is the most useful and versatile of any of the Volcas. The most useful and versatile of any of the Volcas. It got me to thinking, because like I said before, I think the keys is the best Volca. Now, he didn't say that the bass was necessarily the best. He said the most useful and versatile. So I'm not certain if he's saying that he thinks the Volca bass is the best, because it can still be the most versatile and most useful and still not be the best, in my opinion. But in any event, it led me to this obvious conclusion that I had to put the Volca bass up to the other Volcas to see if, in fact, it is the most useful and the most versatile. So I'm not going to do the whole say the best for last business. No, I think the keys is the best, and so I'm cutting straight to it. So I went ahead and pulled out the bass and the Volca, and I played around with them. And to kind of dive into, really just how versatile each device is and how useful. Like I said before, the Volca bass can make, so many different kick sounds. It's a lot of different kicks that it can make. But here's what I'm going to say, that in my diving into that box of versatility and usefulness, right away when I look at the keys, has a lot more tweaking parameters. Let's just say that. When you're talking about the box of options or the tools that you have to tweak the sounds, the keys just has more tweaking ability. I mean, there's more options to tweak. Now, what kind of brings the bass up to speed is that it does have the 3 VCOs. It would be nice if I had the option of, having the ADSR, or really just the AD, because I don't see the sustain on here. Actually, I'm sorry, it is ADSR, because you have to turn the sustain on. So it would have been nice if you could have had the option of having your ADSR on the VCOs individually. I think that would really made this even more dope. But how it stands, you have pitch control over each one, so you can kind of play that business. But unfortunately, you only have the option of playing 1, 2, or 3, and just changing the pitch of the VCOs, and not necessarily having your ADSR for each one. I don't even know if that's possible, but when I sat down and started thinking about it, that would be dope. LFO means low frequency oscillator. So I'm taking that a lot of you may be like me, layman, who you don't know what this stuff is. Like, what does VCF mean? What does LFO mean? What does VCO mean? And I mean, I just went and looked it up and found out, okay, LFO is low frequency oscillator. I just play with the buttons until I notice what sonically changes. But as you start to get into synthesis and start playing around with this stuff, you're gonna learn even if you don't know what it means, you'll learn what it does as you move the button. You'll listen to the sound and understand what's changing. But with that being said, this thing really does have like some great options for tweaking, but to say that it is better or more useful and more versatile than the keys, after playing with this thing for a couple hours, one thing I will say this, Mr. See Me Go Nuts, or Miss See Me Go Nuts, I'm not sure if that's a man or woman, whatever. I will say this. Prior to you stating that or making that comment, I, in my mind, was thinking that the keys was kind of, a little further away from the other vocals, but after looking at this versatility and usefulness, I've taken the bass and I'm putting it up to the other vocals, and I'm starting to see just what can be done with that in mind. And the difference isn't as much as I was initially thinking. However, I still say that the keys is more useful. I'm going to play some sounds that I just made on the keys that the bass just is not going to be able to do. But the bass is definitely dope. Let's go ahead and take a listen to some of these sounds. I mean, I'm just holding down a note right now, and after the initial sound, you hear this. It's like a pulsating. Cell phones, laptops, computer is not headphones, hi-fi DAC in order to hear these low tones. Otherwise, it's not going to translate. So don't even waste your time. But when I tell you my windows, I mean, I don't know if you can hear my windows, but now, even though you don't have a lot of buttons to tweak, you have your ADSR up here, and you pretty much just have pitch. You have your LFO rate and int. I'm not sure what the INT means, but I think that's just speed. Then you have your octave over here, and you have your peak, which is kind of like, it's kind of like an overdrive filter in a sense. But where the parameters on the bass, where you're going to find your tweaking tools when you hit shift button, and then you go down here and you got the different LFO waveforms. You have your sustain on, which definitely is noticed. Then you also have your amp, EG on, and then your slide. These are all options to kind of add into the tweaking. Now, I'm not really sharing this video, doing this video, so some people are going to say it's got a bad angle. I'm not showing you to show the Volca. I'm talking to the people that got Volcas. So if you don't have one, I'm not really showing you. This ain't what this is. This is just me and my thoughts and whatnot, and for you to sonically hear what I'm talking about. So if you're not seeing what I'm not trying to show you this. This ain't what this is about. This is all about my voice and the sound. Look, man, you can make so many kick sounds out of this thing. It's absurd. Now, when the Volca bass does something like that, now I see why you're saying the most useful, the most versatile, because you wasn't expecting to make sounds like this with your Volca bass. make the busy signal sound? I'm sorry. The person you have called did not pay their bill. Their bill has been shut off. Please hang up now. Ooh. Look, hey, the vocal bass is dope now. I ain't say it wasn't dope. The vocal bass is dope. This is, you hear it? You hear it? Okay, look, enough of that. I'm gonna put in the keys. I'm gonna put the keys in, man. Let me put the keys in. Sorry for the little pop noise. Let me put in the keys. Let's take a listen to the keys, and then we're gonna go back to philosophizing on if what you said is correct, sir. I love the little light show when you cut this on. Dope. Now, this is why I say this is the most useful. The bass doesn't really have delay. The keys have delay. Listen to this, man. Let me cut this up. Man, I wish I could hear the little nuances of the sound. Bass can't do this, man. The bass can't do that, man. I'm just saying. Hey, look, I'm sorry. I think the keys is the best, and now I'm going to say it is the most useful and the most versatile. I can't wait to hear and read the comments. Please, if you, I don't care how you feel, agree or disagree, let's talk about it, man. Put it in the comments. Tell me how you feel. I'm sorry, man. You hear this? The bass ain't doing that. Okay, now, again, when I was saying about your matrix box of tools for tweaking the sounds, I mean, this thing has what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, what do you call this? Modes of poly, unisons, octave, fifth, unison ring, and poly ring. And then you got how they address pitches with, I don't know what this 1 inch, 2, I don't know what these numbers mean, but it's definitely pitch. Come on, man. You hear the bass sound this thing is making? Oh yeah, you can make kicks with your keys as well, of course. Look, I'm talking to the layman right now. If you don't understand none of this crap, because I don't understand synthesis to the point how people can just, if you told me to make a snare right now, I'm going to have to play around with it. I don't, I can't just be, okay, snare. You can get there, however, Because the more time you spend with it, you're going to learn what these knobs do. And you'll start to see, okay, decay, release. I know, I see what that is. Sustain. I see what that is. Attack. Okay, I see what that is. And this stuff will just start to come to you over time. So at first, it may be Chinese to you or foreign language where it's like, I don't understand. Keep playing with it, and then keep playing with it some more. And as you do that, you're going to notice how this thing can just make all kind of just weird sounds. And I love the keys. When I cut that poly ring on, it sounds like a scary movie right here I'm making. Oh my God, it just sounds eerie, like somebody about to, mama, that man at the door. That's the fifth. Oh my God, the fifth is ridiculous. The bass can't, look at this, man. Your bass ain't doing that. Man, I'm sorry, man. This thing is ridiculous. Shit, check out this kick.